Folks, I'm Billy Pennell. Thanks for joining me for another of my favourite musical moments. Ian Miller didn't play the guitar. It was as though the guitar was an extension of his body. I was very fortunate to be able to hear his music from the earliest days, where he played in blues bands, and he just had whatever that feeling is that you have when you hear something that's so emotionally attached to you. And so in the blues bands that he played in, I'd go and see him as often as I could. And I remember one particular concert I went to, and he had a blues band, or he's part of a blues band called Langford Lever, a fine blues band. So they're doing a song called One More Mile that I'd first heard on a Paul Butterfield band album, in which Michael Bloomfield was soloing. So they've been halfway through the song, and Ian's just delivering these magnificent solos on electric guitar, and a bloke wanders onto the stage. It's a clarinet player in an electric blues band. Something I'd never seen before, and I've never seen since. So halfway through the song, his name was Mark Dipnell. He's a classically trained musician, I heard later on. So he walks up to the mic, and he and Ian start bouncing solos off each other during the instrumental parts of a song that was being sung by Paul Lever, who was the singer in the band. So clarinet and electric guitar bouncing solos off each other was just absolutely mind-blowing. But Ian's restless. Ian wants to share the great gift he has with other musicians. So he becomes interested in record producing, and for a while he worked with Harry Vander and George Young at Albert's studios in Sydney, in Australia, my country of origin, and they showed him the ropes to some degree. And of course they were parts of the Easy Beats band, two of those musicians and now producers, and they worked with AC/DC and many other great bands or artists that came out of the Albert studios. So Ian goes back to Melbourne, and he gets a job as an independent record producer. And in 1974, at the age of 23, Ian's awarded the Australian Record Producer of the Year prize. And some of the acts that he recorded during that year, 1974, there was a blues rock band. There was a trio of female singers, the Moyes sisters, had a #1 hit, beautiful song that they'd written, that Ian produced. He produced an accordion player. There was a novelty song. There were some folk rock musicians. So his feel for music was far beyond what he grew up listening to as a young musician. And he started writing books about music. He started doing lectures. He lectured young musicians for quite a while. He was invited to attend seminars in the US, and I think in Europe too. And I know he did some in France. And he shared the stage at these sort of seminars with musicians like Skunk Baxter and Joe Walsh and Frank Gambale and Randy Jackson and a whole lot of others. And so he gave so much to the music industry in Australia, not just with the great talent that he possessed, but in his willingness to share it with others. Sadly, Ian died in 2009, and I lost a dear friend and somebody who I will never forget. And I'll be reminded of him every day, because a mate of mine included one of Ian's guitar solos on my mobile phone as a ringtone. So every time the phone rings now, that's Ian's guitar playing. And he won't answer it, I won't answer him, but he's there with me, and I've been looking so forward to be able to share the music of this extraordinary man and extraordinary musician, and hope you enjoy listening to the music as much as I have today in presenting this to you.